It is the last night of the Super Junior Tag League Tournament, night 9 of this long, grueling tag tournament of the best of the Super Juniors. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyways, we keep rolling. So night 9 had a lot of interesting. We found out who's going to the finals, found out who didn't go to the finals, and one match that really confused me, or at least the length of the match and the winner of the match. I'm interested to see if we are going to get a rematch down the line. Talk about that later in the show, but let's get this shit going, man. We had Taiji Ishimori and Gedo versus Hiromu Takahashi and Yota Tsuji. This is a rematch from the night before. This tag team match, is to be a preview for the power struggle match between Hiromu Takahashi defending IWGP Junior Heavyweight title against Taiji Ishimori. That was the purpose of this match. Just an okay match. Nothing too crazy happened. Whenever you have a Ghetto in a match, it's not going to be great, but it does its purpose as Suji pinned Ghetto. So Lij and Hiromu has the upper leverage going into their match against each other at Power Struggle. Next, we had wait, hold on. So after the match was over, one of the young lions tried to pin Hiromu Takahashi because apparently he has some belt in another Japanese promotion. It's like a 24/7 type of championship. So one of the young lions tried to roll him up and pin him for the title. I thought that was kind of funny because I was like, "What the fuck?" This happened actually at the Vegas show too. Like it was Danny Limelight tried to do the same thing here, pin him, stuff like that. It just caught me off guard because normally when the match is over, the talent just walk back through the entrance way and they prep for the next match, and I just hear Romo get rolled up out of nowhere by a young lion. I just thought that was funny. I thought I should mention. But anyways, next we had never openweight 6-man tag team championship match between Evil, Dick Togo, and Yujiro Takahashi challenging the champions Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Ishii Tomohiro. I don't know why I said his name like a Japanese ring announcer would, but we move. Um, man, listen, I've said this in every New Japan review I've done so far. The House of Horse shit is just so bad. Every match is the same. It's stupid. Um, I feel like I should just like never review a House of Horse shit match because it's all the same shit. People give a lot of wrestlers flack nowadays, doing the same moves, doing the same style match, etc., etc. But these guys literally do the same match all the time. So I was very happy and elated to know that the House of Torture did not win this match, and Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii um, keep their titles. Thank God. Now, I was kinda expecting a title change only because is Okada and Tanahashi and Ishii are not gonna have a 6-man title match at Wrestle Kingdom. You have two of your top guys in Tanahashi and Okada. They're not gonna have a 6-man tag team match at Wrestle Kingdom. And no offense to Ishii, a lot of people like Ishii, and I like Ishii, but I don't really look at Ishii as a guy who could be the IWGP heavyweight champion. So I unless you're just gonna keep the titles and not defend them at Wrestle Kingdom, just have whatever match you're gonna have. I don't know, but it is interesting for me at least to have that back in my head. Is like, what are they gonna do when it comes to Wrestle Kingdom? Because we know the main event is gonna be Sonata and Naito. So I don't really have a clear vision of what Wrestle Kingdom is gonna look like as far as the matches go. Uh, anyways, yeah. So Okada pinned Dick Togo to get the win. They keep their titles, and I'm interested to see where the 6-man never open weight title trios, 6-man trios, man, 6-man tag team titles go. Here is interesting to me specifically. Next, we had an 8-man tag between Shota Umino, Ren Narita, Oscar Lube, and Bolton Oleg versus United Empires, Cullum Newman, Great-O-Khan, Jeff Cobb, and Will Ospreay. Now, this 8-man tag's purpose is to give a preview for the Power Struggle show because Ospreay is going to be wrestling Umino for the IWGP UK and US titles, and O-Khan is wrestling John Moxley on Power Struggle as well. And Umino, of course, the young boy from Moxley. So there's a lot of tie-ins to this match and for Power Struggle. Okay match. You know, Oscar Lube doesn't really do anything for me. I don't really see it yet with him, and neither for Bolton Oleg. I know they've put him on a lot of shows. You know, he was at the Wrestle Kingdom as well. So I don't really know. Those two don't really do it for me. I like Red Narita a lot. He's gotten so much better. And Umino, holy fuck, Umino is so good. I cannot wait for him and Ospreay at Power Struggle. That shit's gonna be awesome. United Empire get the win. So advantage and momentum in favor of O-Khan and Ospreay for their respective matches at Power. Then we get into tournament action. The last night of tournament action. This is for all the marbles. Only 2 teams can advance to the finals at Power Struggle, and let's find out who they are. So the first tournament match was Taka Michinoku and Doki, who are at this point eliminated from the tournament, against Ruski Taguchi and the DKC, who are also mathematically eliminated from the tournament. You know, really not a wasn't bad, but wasn't good either. You know, it was kind of like this in between types of match. Doki pinned DKC. This man has been pinned every single match. I swear. The DKC, I feel so bad for him because he's got potential. He just gets pinned every single match. God. But Doki gets a win for him and Taka Michinoku. So, Taguchi and Doki finish in last place, I believe. They have the same amount of points at this stage. And Doki, Michinoku have the tiebreaker edge because they beat them. Congrats for finishing not last place, Doki and Taka Michinoku. Next, we had Yo and Musashi versus Bushi and Teton. If Bushi and Teton win this match, they would have a tie for who a tie for the finals. They would basically just have to do an extra match. Oh no, they don't. They explained it. They said if ties were a thing, then the winners of the ties would go based off head-to-head competition on who they beaten in the tournament. So you literally just have to win everything. So Bushi and Teton just needed a win here, and unfortunately for them, they did not. Yo pinned Bushi in the match, which I thought it was good. We also got Lij, Lij in the. They were all sitting in chairs like members of the crowd, which I thought was hilarious. But Yo did pin Bushi, and I was surprised. I really was, because to me, Bushi and Teton have potential to be a great junior tag team together. They didn't really do much in the tournament last year, so I was really hoping they would get to the finals this year, but fortunately they didn't. So hopefully next year. I don't know. I really like them together. I think Teton is an excellent addition to Lij, and they complement each other very. But I guess we'll just have to wait next year, or maybe they win the junior tag titles before next year's tournament. Who knows? Now this is what I was talking about earlier. As far I was surprised by how fast of a match something was and the outcome, and I'm wondering if we're gonna get a rematch between these teams. And because we had TMDK's Koze Fujita, Robbie Eagles versus Bullet Club's Clark Connors and Maloney. Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney are the current junior tag team champions, and if they win this tournament, they get to pick their team to face at Wrestle Kingdom. And Robbie Eagles pinned Drilla Maloney in like 5 minutes to give Eagles and Fujita the win. I was very shocked and surprised that the champions got pinned within 5 minutes by a underwhelming tag team. And I am a big fan of Robbie Eagle. I love Robbie Eagle. But Fujita, to me, is not clicking for me yet. And for them to get pinned that fast. Now, at least it was Robbie who pinned Maloney instead of Fujita. That would have been worse. But I don't know. Because a lot of times in New Japan, do the G1s, World Tag League, Super Junior Tag League, um, New Japan Cup, etc. Usually the winners of the tournament or the champion of the tournament gets pinned in the tournament, because if you the tournament matches aren't championship matches, so if you pin a champion, you get a shot for the title at some point. We saw that this year with Naito and Cobb. Cobb pinned Naito in the G1. It was Naito's only loss, so Naito ended up winning G1. So Jeff Cobb said, "Hey, you know what? I'm the only one who pinned you in this tournament. I should get a shot at the Wrestle Kingdom briefcase." So New Japan does tend to do this, not a lot, but they do it sometimes. So I think the only sole purpose of Eagles pinning Maloney in like 5 minutes is to set up a match between the two. Because now Robbie is gonna be like, "Hey, I pinned you. We beat you guys in a tournament. We deserve a junior tag league junior tag league. We deserve a junior championship match." So I think that's where that's gonna go. And I'm not against it. Like I said, I like Robbie Eagles, but we do know. I mean, if I was a betting man, Maloney and Connors would win that match anyway. So I think it's just a way to get them some challengers, or at least a championship match between now and Wrestle Kingdom. So it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, Eagles pins Maloney to give TMDK 2 more points and eliminating Connors and Maloney from winning the tournament. Next, we had semi-main event: Catch 22, TJP and Francisco Akira versus Kushida and Kevin Knight. Now, this one I was very conflicted on, because these two are two of my favorite teams, junior division. There's actually a lot of teams I like. I like Maloney and Connors. I like Catch 22. I like Kushida and Kevin Knight. I like Teton and Bushi a lot. And they were all in this tournament, so it was hard for me to pick. Hard. But anyways, but this match specifically, I was torn on, because Catch 22, they were the champions last year in this tournament, and they successfully defended their titles at Wrestle Kingdom against Yo and Leo Rush. So they had already kind of been there, done that. type of thing. So I was kind of rooting more for Kushida and Kevin Knight because I really like them a lot to get the win here and go to the finals because it'd be something different. And it's nothing against TJP and Akira. I like them too both a lot, but I'm always for something different. I don't like seeing the same shit over and over and over again, unless it's done properly. But I don't know. But it is what it is. TJP pins Kevin Knight to give Keshu to the win, and putting them immediately in the finals at Power Struggle. So we know one half of the finals will be TJP and Akira Keshu 2 versus either the winners of the final match of the night, El Desperado and Master Wato versus Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. And if you guys have been watching these Tag League reviews, I'm not a big Master Wato guy, and I sure as hell don't like House of Horseshit. So I was very torn on this because, quite frankly, the only guy I like in this match is Desperado. So I don't currently like Sho, but I know Sho is really fucking good. But it just is what it is, man. So who will face TJP and Francisco Akira in the finals of Super Junior Tag League? It will be Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. This match was the shit. Normally New Japan builds up these tournaments for a climactic final night full of drama and emotion. Oh, you don't know who's gonna win. Or this team could win, that team could win, this guy could win, that guy could win. All these possibilities, for New Japan to lead this whole tournament up to a match between Desperado and Wato versus Sho and Kanemaru. Oh my gosh. I just wow. This match was so bad. Filled with cheating. The normal same old cheating antics of House of Torture. Evil was out there. Togo was out there. Jesus Christ. Can they just have a normal? I would rather just them have a normal match without anybody trying to come out to interfere, etc., etc. They literally won this match because of interference. And it's just like not even normal heel heat. It's go away heat. I don't want to see this shit anymore. I'm not actively booing the House of Torture. I want them off my screen. Like it's not even like funny. They do this every match, and for this to be the final match of this tournament to figure out who will challenge or go on to the finals. You have Sho and Kanemaru in the finals now. Like that's ridiculous. The finals are TJP and Francisco Akira versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Sho. That's your finals. Instead of a team like Bushi and Teton or like Kushida and Kevin Knight, you put Sho and Yoshinobu Kanemaru in the finals Super Junior Tag League. Now I understand you want to have a heel versus babyface, etc., etc. But like this is not even heel heat. It's go away heat for me at least. Nah, I can't. It's hard to read New Japan audiences part because most of the time they're just very observant, which is respectful. Sometimes they'll cheer and clap, but they'll boo also. But it's just hard. It's hard to get a read on how Japan audience is taking to the House of Torture. It could just be a me thing. I don't know, but for this to be your final, to me is a bit underwhelming. I really hope. Man, at this point, I'm the biggest Catch 22 fan out there right now. I don't want to see Kanemaru and Sho versus Maloney and Clark Connors at Wrestle Kingdom because I just don't think it'd be a good match. And you want to have your best guys out there for a show like Wrestle Kingdom. I don't think anybody wants to see a Bullet Club versus Bullet Club House of Torture match to open Wrestle Kingdom because that's what they usually start with. They usually start with the Junior Tag Team Championship for Wrestle Kingdom. Usually what they go with. Start the show. And I don't think you should start the show with Kanemaru and Sho. What are we doing here, New Japan? Ghetto, what are we doing here? So hopefully the wrestling gods will give us a catch 2-2 win at Power Struggle. Save us all the misery from a potential Bullet Club House of Torture versus Bullet Club War Dogs Wrestle Kingdom match. Please. I would have much rather see TJP and Francisco Akira versus Drilla Maloney and Clark Connors. Please. Good God. Do the right thing, Ghetto. Please don't let the House of Horseshit win. Gosh. Anyways, let's get the tallies going. The final points for this tournament. So real quick. So Doki and Taka Michinoku finished with 4 points. Yo and Musashi finished with 8 points. Robbie Eagles and Fujita finished with 8 points. And Catch 2-2, who are going to the finals, finished with 12 points. And last but not least, Yoshinobu Kanemaru finished with Ishida and Kevin Knight finished with 10 points. Connors and Maloney finished with 10 points. Desperado and Wato finished with 10 points. Bushi and Teton finished. Those are your final tallies. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, follow, notification bell. Follow all my socials, link in the description. I will see you guys for the Dynamite review. So I will see you guys there.